Hey, what is up there, guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of The Evolve. How you guys doing on today? I'm doing all right, man. I'm excited to be back, man. You know what? I need to put out quite a few videos on today, so we may get 2 or 3 videos today for those of you all that's been asking when is your next upload. But anyway, enough about that. Let's just get right into what I want to talk about on today, because as you guys know, we got the news that August the 5th that Eminem will be dropping a new album. Now, it is a best of album, one of those he did it back in 2004, Curtain Call, I believe. Yeah, but anyway, it's a compilation of the greatest hits. It's one of those type deals. It's a greatest hit album, and also he did mention that there will be a single unreleased song. I say at least because there may be 2 or 3. Now, he only said that there will be single, but that's all part of, I guess when you're an artist and when you're marketing, I kind of do it with my own business. I'm not into music, but you say one thing so the expectations is there. So when people get a little more, it adds to the excitement because they weren't expecting it. So they did say that there will be a single, but I think that he may fit in because Eminem, he has said all this time, even throughout COVID, that he has been working on music and been writing constantly in the studio. So he has the musics and he had the song, which leads me to my next thing. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I was a little bummed at first when I heard, it's just gonna be a greatest hits. Unlike most people, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really get super excited over a greatest hit album. I'm usually gonna be there for the music. I mean, I have that in my iPod, or I have that in my playlist. I have my playlist. I have my greatest Eminem hits, and I can just listen to that. But I get the feeling, but I get it for those people that actually do enjoy it, because he's just releasing something, he's promoting something, he's marketing something. That's really the big part of it. But like I said, I don't really get too excited. Now, I am very excited about the unreleased song, obviously, but when you think about it, me knowing and us knowing that Eminem, he has been working on tons and tons of music and have tons of songs. This is what I believe. And before we get into, because today I want to go over what is going to be on this Curtain Call 2. Now, these are just songs. I want to go over the top 10 that I think should and should not miss it and should be on there from my perspective, that I believe is going to be on there. But before I get into that, I want to say this. I believe, you heard it here first, but I believe that we're going to get 2 Eminem albums this year. I think before the year's out, we're going to be, for 2023, there's a possibility we're going to get 2 albums this year. I say that because I believe that Eminem was already working. All this work that Eminem had been doing and we've been hearing, it was not just for these few singles. It wasn't for a greatest hit album. Where's all that music? I believe that he had a album, and it was his desire to get it out this summer by surprise. Now, rather it's samples or dates or people or time or whatever it is from the business side, he wasn't able to. So to keep things going, I believe his team is like, hey, well, we always had this in the cut. It's been so long since we put out a greatest hits. For now, while we're still working on that and we can get that out by November, I'm thinking that this album is going to come out in November, third Friday in November. You heard it here first. But to hold people off, let's just put out a greatest album, the greatest hit album. I think the team, the Eminem people, they've already had this back in the cut. That's how it works. Hey, if there's ever a dry time or whatnot, a drought, we can always put out a greatest hit. we can keep the people going with that. I think this is what this is, just to keep us going. But once again, it leads back to those expectations I said. You put out an expectation of, okay, this is what you're getting this year, our greatest hit. So when he do drop that in November, it's going to be even bigger surprise. We weren't expecting it, and it's going to make it all the more great. Like I said, it's marketing, it's fandom, it's everything 101. That's what I think is happening. This is why I believe there's going to be 2 albums. I believe that he's almost done and already had this done. He didn't been doing that music for a greatest hit. Well, let's talk about our greatest hit, because we did have this cover right here. He put it out and he let us know that August 5th. Now, people that don't know Eminem, it's funny because people were trolling Eminem. There was this big thing and Eminem was trending because the trolls they was like, this is the worst cover ever in history, this is horrible. But once I start reading some of those comments and I looked at some of those profiles, these are not people that know Eminem, that has been keeping up with his history, because they don't know that they don't see the Easter eggs, and a fan right away looking at this and be like, oh shoot, I see a kamikaze plane. Oh shoot, look at those capsules. Revival. Look at those symbols. Look at the flags. Automatically, any Stan or Eminem fan, they look at it not as, oh, this is messy, but automatically they see they see the pick shovel for music to be murdered by. That's what we look at. Oh shoot, we see the hints in it. That's what we see. And anyway, the haters and those people that are just not really familiar with his catalog, they just seen it as, oh wow, he's trying to be young, this is ugly, what is this, and whatnot. So that's a lot of people were asking me, hey, you should speak on and do a video on the Twitter comments. They are trolling him, and I was like, nah, they kind of don't understand. We see it, and there was a lot of Easter eggs. So he is going to, let's get into it. So he is going to have a greatest hit album. Let's talk about what I believe, and what, not just I believe, but what is definitely going to have to be on there. Here is my 10 songs that just, I believe, have to be on there. Number 1, let's start with something easy. No one should disagree with me. There's gonna be Stan. Obviously, one of Eminem's greatest masterpieces, probably his most creative and one of his greatest songs. Top 3 for his greatest creative songs that have left a mark. You talk about a song, I know they say, oh, it doesn't get radio play, or it just didn't meet the times. No one cared about it. But I can say a song like Stan, and it's funny because it's not even a crazy hip hop, but hip hop has had to respect this particular song, and it has been played because of how artistic this song is. It goes down throughout generations from time to time, not just in hip hop. So Stan, obviously, that's an easy one. Another one that's gonna be easy is Lose Yourself. We know there's no one that's disagreeing with me, right, that Lose Yourself would be on the greatest hit album. And then there is the Real Slim Shady. I put down the Real Slim Shady. I believe that these 3 are no-brainers. These 3 are my no-brainers, so that's 3. So we have about 7 more that I want to put. So here where it gets, you will start either disagreeing, or you may say, hey, I can see that, some of these next ones. And that's going to be the song that made me an Eminem fan. I watched the video when I was young. I had to sneak watch it because I grew up in a Christian household, and that was the devil's music, and my mama wasn't allowing us to listen to Eminem, so I had to sneak and watch. But this song actually made me an Eminem fan. I was like, man, I really like this guy. This was a cool video. This was a cool song. Although I love my mom, and I know that Eminem has now said that he hates this song, which is probably the only reason why this may not be on there, but it was a hit and it's a great song. Like I said, it made me an Eminem fan, and that is Cleaning Out My Closet. So then there is, you may not agree with me on this one, but another great one, and I know this song is called When I'm Gone. I hope it's on there. It is definitely one of my favorite songs. There are a lot of Eminem songs that I can just say word for word, but When I'm Gone is one of those songs. Not only do I know word for word, but I naturally get the expressions. It comes out. I feel, Daddy, it's me. Help, mommy. Her wrists are bleeding. But baby, we're in Sweden. How did you get to Sweden? I followed you, Daddy. You told me that you wasn't leaving. But anyway, I like When I'm Gone. Okay, so, oh man. All right, I tweeted about this. This is where you all jump ship. Some of y'all in the comments is like, ain't no way that is getting on here. You're probably right, but I don't understand the hate for this song. This was a masterpiece. It was like a poet. It was like a poem. It was like Eminem did this amazing freestyle and he put his heart. This one was called Walk on Water. I really did like the song. I would say, I believe it was a hit, but Walk on Water, if it gets on there, I'm going to be excited. I'm going to be like, yes, I knew it. If it doesn't get on there, I can see why not. So I'm kind of on the fence about that one. But Walk on Water was a great song. I don't care what y'all say. Oh, you know what? I forgot another no-brainer. This is a no-brainer, right? Y'all agree with me? Y'all agree with me that this is a no-brainer? Let's not even talk about that. So here's the thing. This hurts me. This hurts me because I hate this song. I only want to talk about this because people have been talking about it. And I hope that it's not the case. It's weird because, all right, let me just say it. People has been saying, hey, he's showing boobies and he's got a word that we can see that sense in his cover. Maybe we can possibly see a fact too. I hate that from his catalog. But Eminem knows that. This was more like a troll song and whatnot. He knows people were supposed to hate it. He wanted them to. And for him to, if he comes back around on his next greatest hit and also do another one, it's gonna hurt me. I'm not gonna care for the song, but I'm gonna love the pettiness. That's the only part. Like, part of me want him to do that because it's super petty and it's that childish behavior that made haters hate him in the first place. But at the end of the day, I don't care for it. I'm not gonna listen to it. I'm not. We're not gonna react to it. If we react to every song no, we're not gonna react because we already heard the song. The only thing that we're most likely gonna react to is the new unreleased single. And we may go back to my video and see how right I was. Okay, this is not quite a no-brainer, but about 80%. I can see why it wouldn't make it, but I think it should, and that's No Love. No Love was a banger. It was a hit. You had two different artists come together and make like I said, they made a masterpiece, and I talked about No Love in detail on Twitter, but yeah, I feel that it's one of those, it's an underrated hit. It was a hit, but it's still, there's a such thing as underrated hits, and that's what No Love was. And then, let's see. I'm sitting here looking over here because I'm looking at the cover and I'm trying to think, Music to Be Murdered By. What song is he gonna put on that? Because there is a pick shovel here, so he's gonna have maybe one or two. I doubt that he's gonna put Darkness. I wouldn't be mad at him if he did. It'd put Darkness on there, but I highly doubt it. I think from Music to Be Murdered By, it's going to be Godzilla. But let me know in the comments. Maybe you guys think it's going to be something else or more. But I think the only one from that probably would make it would be Godzilla. I can swallow up, bottle up. I feel like Godzilla. Better hit the deck like a car devil. Anyway, man, what do you all think? Am I right? What do you feel about my top 10? What do you think about my no-brainers? And what do you think about my iffy ones? You know, I really want to hear what you all think about Walk of Water. Did you like it? And I do want to hear what you all think about No Love. Because I want them on there, and they were hits to me. And yeah, but that's it. I'm going to have another video. There is some... Benzino is signing artists. There's some more Eminem news. There's stuff. And I think I want to hit on this WAC 100 thing. We'll see. I'll see y'all guys a little later on, but we're going to have another video. As always, hey, if you're new to the channel, be sure to... I've been growing this. Like, this has been weird. I have never been able to, like, grow facial hair, and then, like, 4 months ago, it just out the blue started growing. So I've just been letting it do it. I have not been able to do a bunch of... I will see y'all in the very next video. As always, keep it positive.